Can't have no 4 atrias. Now it has 4 chambers, 2 atrias, and 2 ventricles. When you look at that, you find out the top 2 chambers are the atrias, the bottom 2 are the ventricles. If that much is true, we're able to get a good association of a good association of where all these structures are. So let's play. You found out, Mr. Gilmore, the main vessel that comes out of the heart is going to be the ascending aorta. Then it's going to become the aortic arch. Then it becomes the descending thoracic aorta. If that much is true, the main structure coming up out of the right ventricle is going to be the pulmonary trunk. The pulmonary trunk is going to split into left and right pulmonary veins. Let me see why I need your help. I need you to tell me, what is this structure that's connecting the two? Because in utero, in the baby, Mr. Gilmore, it's known as the ductus arteriosus. But when you become an adult, Mr. Gilmore, and it becomes calcified, it's known as the ligament arteriosus. This is called the ligament arteriosus. Ligament. And then arteriosus, arteriosus.
It's not in here. So would it be this one right there?
Yep.
It would be that little thing.
Ligament arteriosus.
Yeah. Mark that. But it's gonna be a ligament. Yeah, mark that.
Ligament.
So, Mr. Gilmore, what is that again? That's called the ligament arteriosus. Now, what was it in utero? What was it in a fetal heart? It was called the ductus arteriosus. Mr. Gilmore, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to open this up. Because I know you're going to end up teaching this on the board, but I need you to give me a better understanding. What you're going to notice, those are the 4 chambers. Right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, left ventricle. What we're going to end up doing is doing the flow going through the heart. But before we do the flow, Mr. Gim, I need you to kind of associate some things for me. Well, here's what you're going to find out. These 2 atrias are going to contract together. These 2 ventricles are going to contract together. So you got this cute little chart in your book called the cardiac cycle, because it's walking you through something. Most of you are going to be looking in the book, and you're going to find out there's a P wave, there's a QRS complex, there's a T wave. How do they produce? Well, you're going to find out the contraction of these chambers are going to produce those waves. I'm just going to I need you to go slow for me. I need you to help me understand the structure first before you try to teach me the physiology. I got that. So here's what we're going to do. What connects, because this is going to end up being like a test question, what connects the right atrium and the right ventricle? This valve right here. That valve is called the tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve. So Mr. Gilmore, what's going to connect the left atrium and the left ventricle? Well, this one is going to be called the bicuspid or mitral valve. Bicuspid or mitral valve. So Mr. Gilmore, hold up, man, hold up. Isn't there a valve when I'm leaving the left ventricle and I'm entering blood through this ascending aorta? Well, there's a valve, but you can't see it unless you tilt it this hard. That valve is called the aortic valve. Well, what about the valve that leaves out of the right ventricle into the pulmonary trunk? Well, this valve is going to be the pulmonary semilunar valve. The pulmonary semilunar valve. And you can see him very easily. Well, if that much is true, Mr. Gilmore, I need you to hook me up. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to walk me through the circulation of the heart when you're ready for that. Why is that? Because I need you to learn the structure. If you use this simple roadmap I gave you, you can figure out the rest of it. But I'm going to do a couple more things that I need you all to get. When we came up this ascending aorta and went to the aortic arch, there's 3 main structures right here, and we got to know that. The first one is called brachiocephalic. Brachial means what? Arm, cephalic means head. So this one is going to give blood to the brain and into the arms. The next one is called left common carotid. Left common carotid. Afterwards, we're going to have the left subclavian. The left subclavian. So these are the three main structures that comes off the aortic arch.
What's the first one, brachial what?
Brachiocephalic. Brachio, B-R-A-C-H-I-O, cephalic, C-E-P-H-A-L-I-C. All right, Mr. Gilmore, I got what I need from that. I want you to leave me alone for a minute so I can study this. I'm stressing to you, study this, because you're going to see it. Why are you going to see it so much? I'm going to have those two models. And if you notice, all of those models in the back, they have a heart on them. So that means I can lay the heart out that many times. I'm stressing that you need to learn this heart. And you should have no excuse because we moved it off the second lab practical and put it on the third. So you got plenty of time to study it. You all said you got all the pictures you need. So you should be able to label both heart and then you go on to the rest of them. You should be able to get majority to the back of this lab manual. You should be able to get to the back of it. All right, I'm stressing you. Most of you already did. I know it. Some of you all have, some of you haven't.
And what connects the left atrium to the left ventricle?
Bicuspid or mitral valve.